Hello everyone, it is Darkseeker here again. Welcome back to another video. Now, before we get to today's deck, I'd just like you to take a moment to relax, chill out, and just enjoy the ambience. Enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the trees. Just take a moment to forget about everything and anything that is plaguing your mind. I need you to approach this deck with an open mind, for we are playing Roffle's 40 legendary Druid deck. Every single card in this deck is a legendary card. Yes, this is a meme deck, but my goodness, it's fun. If you have 54,400 dust to spare. So, one legendary after another. Now, if you get a curve with this deck somehow, there is perhaps a small chance that you win the game, because board pressure can then become quite significant. Now you look at these legendaries, they can all operate on their own for the most part, but there is some synergy. Frizz Kindle Roost is in this deck, helping to discount the dragons in your deck, and there are a few dragons in the deck, all which are quite powerful in your late game. You also have Reno Jackson in the deck for that all-important healing, and Wild Heart Guff in order to ramp up your mana or to draw cards. The Emperor is in this deck for a hand discount, if you ever get a chance to play the Emperor. Some may consider him to be too slow, but still pretty fun if you can manage to pull him off. Other interesting inclusions in the deck. Jungle Giants. Yes, there is a quest in this deck too, just for the fun of it. And other interesting inclusions include the likes of Tinkmaster Overspark, the Lich King, Aviana, Cthulhu. I could go on. Every card in this deck is interesting in its own right because it's a legendary, so it probably does something fun. But all in all, please do not go out and craft 40 legendaries and then come back and tell me that you've lost all your games. This is a meme deck, it is a fun deck, and it can work sometimes because there are situations where the deck can offer you tremendous value. And in my opinion, the most value-centric card in this deck is Elise the Enlightened, where you can essentially double the cards that are in your hand. And there are situations where perhaps doubling, I don't know, a Reno Jackson, so having a second Reno available to you, can just be life-saving and game-changing to the point where you survive long enough to then win the game by developing significant big threats on the board and just overpowering your opponent. Maybe Reno or more than one Reno gives you that chance to get there. So if you're ready, prepare yourself and join me on this quite fascinating journey as we try hard to win some games with this 40 legendary Druid deck courtesy of Roffle. So here we go. We are facing down the Shadowwalk and all of those incredible battle cries. Now, that Grumble did not return a Shadowwalk to hand. Healing to full health, pretty good. Zola not returning a Shadowwalk to hand. Well, this game just got quite interesting. No Shadowwalks in hand. How would my opponent respond? Well, it turns out that getting value turn after turn after turn from the barista and the birds, well, it's pretty good. That is how you recover from not having a Shadowwalk sent back to hand. you just keep getting repeated battle cry value from the birds and the baristas. Now, for context, I'm facing one of my great friends in the Hearthstone scene. His name is Agrius, otherwise known as Dusty Scales on Twitter. I have featured his decks before in my videos. Now, he is known for playing Reno Shaman decks. And we are seeing an example here of one of his latest creations in terms of Reno Shaman. We're seeing it in action, and it's pretty awesome. Oh wow. There's Ragnaros. The Heckle bot may have done me a favour here. Alright, where is Rag gonna go? Will he go face, or will he kill a minion? We shall find out soon. However, before we get to Rag, Aviana and Kun. Do you all remember Aviana and Kun? The good old days of Hearthstone. Die insect to the face. Okay. Rag did not snipe a minion. That may have been preferable for me if Rag had hit a minion. But what an absolutely fascinating game so far. What a fun game. This is a casual game, of course, and I believe there was a quest in play, so we all get some XP at the end of it. But it is all about the fun. And the Flurgle Toxfin combo, eliminating Ragnaros and my entire board. And Prince Renathal.
The time has come.
Renathal isn't going to do anything against this board. No. The poor prince is certainly ineffective here. And this game had already been going on for quite some time. Me and Agrius were just having fun, going back and forth with our cards. But you can see there are still a number of threats left in my deck. The deck list on the right hand side there. We still have Ysera Unleashed, Neptulon, Sylvanas. So still some pretty interesting threats to come. More Battlecry value. More Hecklebot value. Oh wow. Well, there's the Neptulon. Well, there goes the Neptulon. Ooh. Well, we're getting a little bit of value back into our deck here. But we are still very much outmatched on the board. But Agrius is out of cards. Fatigue damage will start to add up. Although he's at 39 health, so there's a long way to go before he dies to fatigue.
This valley will be your icy tomb.
Alright. Here we go. My dream is your nightmare. Ysera Unleashed. One of my favourite cards in all of Hearthstone. There was a period in time when I was hitting Legend with Jade Druid, and Ysera Unleashed was, gosh, one of my favourite cards to play in Jade Druid. Those were the good old days. So, those dream portals hopefully are coming soon. More barista value there. Oh, more Hecklebot value. What an insane game. Even without the Shadow Walk. this deck is still functioning at an incredibly high level. Because you just keep getting cards back to hand. Oh, portal number 1. Oh, wow. Olgra? Okay. Oh, wow. Solar.
Such a perfect specimen.
So it is time for some pirate value. And I don't really think that it matters what pirates I select. But all of a sudden, we now have a board. And it's quite a substantial board at that. And now we have resources in hand. We have some pirates. Agrius is going to continue to get Battlecry value, I think, from Barista. Yeah, there it is. Nice additional poison effect there. And if you're Agrius, there is quite a bit of thought needed in terms of managing your hand size, managing which minions you're bringing back to hand through Barista. And as always, you know, he is navigating things in an expert manner. He is a phenomenal Shadowwalk player, or Shaman player. So we kill the Murloc, I guess. Need to get rid of that poison. We're just going to keep board clear. Fatigue damage very, very, very slowly adding up here. I see you, says Lothar, into a freeze effect. Okay. Ah, Savannah Highmane. Sure. Now, a few turns ago, we had no board. We had no cards in hand. We had nothing. And it's amazing how things are flipped here. However, Agrius is still going to have access to a Barista or two, I think. Oh, a bird. To refreeze the board. And there's the Barista, very nice. Very, very nice. So, potentially, we're going to have this cycle of the board just constantly being frozen and me not being able to play anything. But given our quite extensive health total, including armor, it is going to be difficult for us to die here. Or to die anytime soon. And hopefully by that time, that fatigue damage will start adding up. But maybe there is some more surprises in his hand. Bloodmage Thalnos will be card draw, which means fatigue, but it does free up space in the hand. Oh, Blingtron. That's hilarious.
Taste my blade.
So finally we get to play Garth. You'd usually want Garth much earlier in the game. But speaking of games, Sylvanas hits the board and has no time for games. And there won't be much time left in this game. The fatigue damage is really now adding up. Unless Agrius can heal to 40 again. And Cthulhu being shuffled into the deck. So there's a late game win condition for this deck. You do all of your Cthulhu things and get a Cthulhu. Potentially win the game in that manner. More barista value, you gotta love it. And another bird, that's hilarious. Birds and baristas.
A royal thanks.
And yes, a massive thank you to Agrius for a wonderful game. So I managed to get some insight into his latest Reno Shaman creation, and it was an honour to have played against him. Games against friends are the best games.
Knowledge is power.
Nature seeks balance in all.
Right, heading into our next game here. And we are on the ladder, so we need to take this game a bit more seriously. And we're going up against a mage. Now, you will know that I've played very little of the wild mode ladder in the last few months. I have no idea what is out there.
The legions I can.
Prince Malchezaar. Ah, dear. And this is going to take a bit of time going through all of our opening animation effects. Our opponent has no idea what they're up against. I guess that's one benefit of this deck. You have the element of surprise. Speaking of surprising, what on earth is this? This is Secrets Mage in the year 2022. Do you remember there was a period in Hearthstone history for how many years was it where Secrets Mage was just one of the best consistent decks on the ladder? And I think a lot of people disliked facing it because it was so consistent. And its damage output was pretty insane. But then, one day, it just disappeared. Completely. Never to be seen again.
I'm late.
Until today.
Your wish is
Right.
my suggestion.
Zephyrus here. I was thinking Shadow Word Death
Was that
to kill the Crystal Runner. However, Flare is attractive, but damn it, it was Counterspell. Of course it was Counterspell. If it wasn't Counterspell, we would have been very happy, because we would have removed 2 secrets. But we are now going to take 5 to the face. This is incredibly painful. Secrets Mage doing Secrets Mage things, but I have Reno Jackson in hand to heal to 40, and now I have 2 Renos in hand, thanks to Elise. So at the start of the video, I referred to this idea of getting 2 Renos from Elise and potentially just being able to survive long enough to buy enough time to be able to play these big threats that exist in the deck and then to overpower your opponent. Now, I was thinking here, do I need to heal to 40? Am I in danger of dying? We've just taken 5 damage off of the board, so that's good. I feel safe-ish. Prince Malchezaar
All realities, all
does absolutely nothing, but has 6 health and will get some good trades, maybe.
Excuse me, you are...
And one of the reasons I was so afraid of dying is this concept of burst damage. You've seen it with Medea's Valet. We also have a card that does 6 burst damage. Oh. What was the name of that card? It's been so long since I've faced Secrets Mage. But yeah, 6 damage to the face. And if memory serves correct, some Secrets Mages used to run Fireball, right? So that's another 6 damage. But my memory is so hazy, I can't remember. What was the card that did 6 damage? Cloud Prince! That was the one that did 6 burst damage. Yeah, that was always scary. Because that just killed you out of nowhere, and oh goodness, that's the Fireball. Okay, I was not imagining it. They did run Fireball. And I'm nearly dead. Well. Now, we recover, thankfully. We're gonna be rich. Ooh, that's a nice achievement. Yep, this deck is something else, and now we are on the road to stabilization. But you saw how tight that was. We were so close to dying. Thankfully we had the Reno, but we were so very close to just dying there. Ooh, Forgotten Torch. Another forgotten memory from Secrets Mage. And that is the correct strategy. You do target the face, but if they've been paying attention, then they should know that I'm likely to have another Reno in hand because of Elisa's battle cry.
How much? This is not what we stood for.
I love Talon. Such a great entrance theme. Really? Eater of Secrets? Really? Okay. In Secrets Mage? Sure.
How much?
Anyway, this game is over.
You will be crushed beneath the endless sky.
However, maybe I can drag this game out of it. I have so many interesting cards that I want to play. And my health total is not in danger. So do you know what? I'm just going to stall for a bit. Why not? Because there is one card that I really, really want to play. And it's that one there, Barnabas. We actually completed the quest. Imagine that. And it's going to reduce the cost of minions in our deck to 0. Amazing. That is better than Luna's Pocket Galaxy. Good old Barnabas. And it looks like our opponent is just completely flummoxed, confused, scared, doesn't know what to do. I also feel like my opponent has played a deck from like 3 years ago. So maybe hadn't played Hearthstone for 3 years, logged in right now to play a game of Hearthstone after such a long time, queued up their good old reliable Secrets Mage deck, and then came up against this monstrosity of a deck with 40 legendaries. Oh dear. I think they've just rage quit. I don't blame them. Alright, here we go. That is such a beautiful entrance effect.
Time runs out on me.
Great animation. And look, we're just giving our opponent a chance to come back into this game. Although I think it's more a case of me wanting to prolong the game to play more stuff. There's so much damage here. Feeble prawns. That's great. Not impressed. You know, the voice acting on these cards, so great.
Runs out on me.
Actually got a tick from the Emperor here too. That's really impressive. And there was me thinking the Emperor was too slow in this deck. Look, we got some value. Yep. The Emperor said it best. He said die. And yeah, that's what happened. That was a really fun game.
Amul versus.
Okay, let's try one more game.
I will fight with us.
This time at Diamond 9.
All things.
Right, I've kept this hand. I like the quest. I like Okani. Reno is useless, but it's a 3-cost minion. It's something I can play on 3.
I see you brought game.
I'd rather be able to play something than not play anything. So, sure, we play Reno on 3. It'll be fine. Potentially just one more turn where we can do nothing. Turn 2. Beyond hero power, that's fine. And I think with Righteous Protector, I'm going to assume that my opponent is going to be very aggressive. And unless you've got Reno Jackson available, I can see this deck struggling against hyper-aggressive opponents. Secrets, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. If I had to guess, what am I thinking? Thinking, oh my Yogg is what I'm thinking. Oh goodness! Oh, that's annoying. Huh.
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
His reign ends now.
Oh, it's not Oh my Yogg, it's Avenged! Oh goodness.
Keep 'em coming.
Well, that could have been worse. Avenge could have gone on the Divine Shield minion. Really could have been worse. So, what do we do? Eye of Cthulhu, is that going to help me at all? Potentially.
Reporting for
If it does snipe down the 4-1, I'll be quite happy.
his reign ends now.
Here we go. That's good. In fact, I think it was the first minion that got hit. The 4-1. But this never-ending supply of dudes is quite scary. Because you know what's coming, right? Quartermaster. That's what's coming. That's useless. Alright. Can we get lucky here? No. And no. Alright. Bran was, you know, just a chance to get 2 legendaries, maybe one of which could help me out somehow, have a useful utility effect. But no. So I've essentially thrown away Bran. Although, Bran did eat up those dudes, I guess that's something. But ultimately was wasted. And look, the dude value is just continuing here, with no end in sight. Tickmaster could be interesting. Oh, we can actually kill it. Alright, that's good. Fewer dudes are coming on the board. I'm really scared to play Tickmaster though. I'm scared in the sense that I will give my opponent a Devil's Sword. That's what I'm scared of. Oh god, okay. More dudes are coming. Wait, what? I can kill the caravan? With Malchezaar? Unless that is Noble Sacrifice? So we test for it? Huh. Oh, wait, what? Oh. That sucks. Okay, sure. I could have played Elise, but I don't think I want to replicate any of those other minions. So let's look for something better. That's good. Ziliax. Oh, and Heart of Cthulhu. That's so good. Okay, sure, whatever. The main thing is we kill the caravan. So Heart of Cthulhu is a possible recovery option for us. Talon could be interesting in terms of what it could get us for turn 10. That's a pretty nasty board. So we need to get rid of that. Alright. The recovery potential here is very much real. You just need to run them out of resources. Oh god! Put your faith in the light. This deck runs Tyrion. Ha! Huh. At Diamond 9 we are facing Tyrion, played naturally in a deck. That is bizarre.
I have no time for games.
Well, we have no time. No time for games. So Sylvanas here hopefully allows us to steal the Tyrion. So I imagine the opponent will flood the board with stuff. Get as many dudes down as possible. You gonna play anything else? Secret? Okay, sure. Nothing else? Really? It's a 50-50?
Let none survive.
Come on! Give me that Tyrion! Oh, okay. Never lucky. Never ever lucky. Right, I think we need to kill the Tyrion. It's in the way.
You will be crushed beneath the endless tide.
And they get the Ashbringer, but they were always going to get it. Still, with all of this attack on board and 21 health, I think we're okay. Our opponent would need a bit of a miracle to clear our board.
Really, it's not too heavy.
What kind of a deck is this?
The light dims, but we fight.
When I'd seen the Soldier's Caravan, I was thinking Dude Paladin, but it's a bit more than that. This is a deck with dudes, Divine Shield value, Secrets value. Huh.
This is not what we stood for.
I see you, says Lothar.
Battle.
The results of my leadership.
Alright, sure. Alright, well, I think this game is pretty much over. I think you can just trade off if needed. Oh wait, have I missed lethal by trading? I think I missed lethal by trading. Oh well, doesn't matter.
Reporting for duty.
That secret ain't gonna save you. And one more time, we get Barnabas.
Feeble prawn.
Feeble prods. Oh, that was rude. Making it a 1-1.
Feeble prawns.
Alright, there we go. So, we won another game. With a win streak. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Roffle's 40 legendary Druid deck. This is a lot of fun. If you've got the cards, it's a seriously fun deck to play. Perhaps not the most effective against tier 1 meta decks, but if the stars align, maybe you stand a little bit of a chance. You do have some serious late game value and the potential to overpower your opponent is there. However, I would not at all recommend that you craft cards just to play this deck. It's 54,400 dust. That's a lot of dust. It just so happens I've got a complete collection, so for me it's not much of a problem. So yes, I can happily play this deck for you so that you don't have to craft cards to play the deck. So feel free to enjoy the deck by watching the games in this video, but please do not craft this deck expecting it to perform competitively. However, I am 3-1 with this deck, and I dare not play any more games on the ladder with it, just because I'm sure I'll just start losing. And I will put this deck to rest now. No more games, but I've had my fun, and a big thank you to Roffle for the deck list. I'm sure there are other legendaries that perhaps could have been included, but the ones that are present in this deck do offer you a little bit of synergy, like you've got Dragon Synergy in the deck, which I think is pretty awesome. But all in all, fun deck, just don't craft it. And on that note, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun. I will be playing Pocket Galaxy Mage in the very near future. But until next time, please stay safe, please look after yourselves, and as always, please be good to one another.